Pujaville, thanks very much. You know, many Canada Day events across the country are going to look, sound, and feel a lot different tomorrow in recognition of the terrible discoveries of up to 1,000 unmarked graves at the sites of 2 former Indian residential schools. More to come, sadly. Now, here with more on how Vaughan will mark the day is Mayor Mauricio Bevilacqua. Mr. Mayor, thanks for being here.
Good morning, George. And you correctly pointed out that, in fact, it's going to be and feel a little bit different. But I do think that given what has transpired recently and the impact it's had on First Nations and Métis and Inuit communities, we need to take take a step back and reflect and be very mindful of the hurt that has occurred to these communities that are so important in our nation's history. Mm-hmm. And truth and reconciliation really basically means that you need to start, first of all, I think, George, from a place of love and compassion and understanding. And as you know, those are characteristics that define the Canadian spirit, the human spirit. Canadians are that. And the fact, we're not a perfect nation, but we are certainly a nation that every day in every way, it tries to improve itself. It tries to right the wrongs. And the recent news, I'm sure, is captured the hearts of Canadians. And I know that in back of their mind on Canada Day, we will have the children that were buried and were recently uncovered in unmarked graves. To me, it's just a day of reflection, and we will have a commemoration starting at 1:50 p.m. on Thursday, July 1st, to really commemorate these events and to pause, to be very present and realize what has transpired and try to right the wrongs of the past. But nation building, just like in personal life, George, you gotta always work at it. You need to always improve. You need to recognize your weaknesses. You need to recognize your imperfections. You need to embrace that which sometimes is a very sad reality. This is certainly not the Canada that we know. But when confronted with adversity, like we have now, confronted with this incredibly sad news, then you've got to own it. You've got to take responsibility, mm-hmm. and you've got to give hope to future generations that things can be better. And truth and reconciliation starts really with acceptance of facts. And sometimes they're very hurtful, and sometimes they really break your heart. But at the end of the day, facing reality as it really is probably the best way to address this issue. Well
said, Mr. Mayor. Before I let you go, I want your take as well on entering step 2. How much of a milestone is this? How is Vaughan doing with COVID cases and with vaccine uptake?
Well, we're doing exceptionally well. The York region's above 75%. This is yet again a tribute to the Canadian spirit, really, when you think about it. Very responsible citizens who have taken on vaccination as a serious issue, and frontline workers working. I mean, this is something that is really worth celebrating as part of Canada. Right. That a country has come together in a way that we are really taking care of each other. And I know I got my vaccination, my second dose, just recently. I'm happy I did it, because I think it's important to also send a message out there that vaccination is important, and it's very much in keeping with the Canadian spirit of taking care of each other and making sure that we're not hurting other people by being irresponsible.
Mr. Mayor, last thing quickly before you go. So tomorrow is the second annual virtual Vaughan Celebrates Canada Day. What's on your schedule? Last thing.
We've got, Sam Roberts' band, Julie Black. We have family-friendly performances that include a tribute to Tragically Hip and so many. But, the best way to get to our lineup is to go to vaughan.ca and look up for Canada Day events. And we will make the best of Canada Day, because at the end of the day, although we are imperfect as a country, we still offer a great opportunity for personal development, spiritual growth, and a standard of living and quality of life that is second to none.
So you've got Sam Roberts Band out of Montreal, Julie Black. These are headliners. Are they? They're not performing live virtually, are they? Is it going to be a interactive?
It's virtually.
Okay.
Yes. And these are individuals that I'm sure will bring some joy to the city of Vaughan, sure. and we just essentially want to celebrate our country.
Mayor Mauricio Bevilacqua of Vaughan, thank you so much. You're always welcome here on our show, friend of the show, and thanks for your kind and thoughtful words today about how we'll all be marking the day tomorrow, Canada Day. Thanks very much.
Thank you, George. Stay safe.
You too. It's over to Good Eve now for headlines.